It is day 13 of VEDA, and today we are talking about regrets. I'm one of those people who leans towards the idea that everything happens for a reason, and because of that, I don't want to say that I have any regrets. But if I'm being completely honest, right now, in this very moment, I am feeling very heavy feelings of regret. Late last year, there was a night that happened that has since upended my life. It has changed everything and put me in a really dark place. And the reason I bring this up is because that night can be traced back to a decision that I made several months earlier. And that decision was between whether or not to stay or go, and I decided to stay. And I knew at the time the right decision would have been to go. And I often think, had I just gotten up and left that night in June, maybe that night in November wouldn't have happened. And maybe I wouldn't be dealing with these feelings that consume me, and maybe I would be happy. And when you're in such a dark place, it's hard to feel like you don't regret your decision. Like, I can trace this current feeling of sadness to a decision I made over a year ago. And when you know that, it's hard to tell yourself, like, don't regret that. It's all fine. Because it doesn't feel fine. It in fact feels absolutely horrible. And most of my days feel absolutely horrible. Even so, I just have to believe that there's something on the other side of this sadness. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to function. And I like to think that whatever's on the other side of this is so much better than anything. And I will appreciate it so much more because I'm in this state that I'm currently in. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how long it'll take for me to get to that point, or if I will ever get to that point, which is terrifying and frequently makes me think maybe I should regret that decision, but I'm stubborn and I refuse. I refuse to believe that that decision is something that I cannot recover from. I can, and I will, but it often feels impossible. So yes, day 13 of VEDA, and I am crying. I cry every year during VEDA. It's inevitable. Okay, I'm gonna stop crying now. Or I'm gonna keep crying, but not on camera. I don't know, one of those. Perhaps I will ice cream. I love your faces, and I will see you guys tomorrow.